The most pressing question: can Allied aircraft stop the Libyan army from killing civilians? When you see what an airstrike can do to a tank, blow its turret clean off, you'd think the answer would be, of course.
Easy to see the tanks, easy to hit them. It's kind of the ideal military situation to which to apply air power, tanks in the open.
But what about tanks not in the open? Tanks already inside cities.
Air power can do a lot, but it can't root them out. The definition of rooting them out really implies you've got to dig in. And the only way you dig in to get that is through ground forces.
Airstrikes in cities risk killing the very civilians the Allies are trying to protect. So instead, they have to target the ammo dumps that keep the tanks supplied.
A tank without ammunition is simply a tank. You're exactly right. It's a very huge, very large piece of machinery that really won't provide any intended purpose.
The no-fly zone can cut off the Libyan army, but it cannot kill it.
The no-fly zone is not a video game that will have a quick ending with a winner and a loser.
Which raises the next question: can Qaddafi survive?
I think Qaddafi could last quite a long time unless we do something more to bring him down.
So we could have a prolonged period of Qaddafi control in a good part of western and southern central Libya, and controlled by rebels in the eastern part of the country.
Even with this no-fly zone?
Oh, yeah.
But Qaddafi could hang in there for another decade?
Oh, yes. I think so.
If Qaddafi survives, we're in for a very nasty, costly, long-term stalemate.
It looks like two failed states. There's a failed state that under control of Qaddafi, and there's a state in Benghazi, in Cyrenaica, that will be under international supervision.
The state in Benghazi would be governed by the rebels. So who are the rebels?
We know very little about the composition of this Libyan opposition.
I know that there are some capable people in the opposition.
Do we know what kind of government they want?
At this point, no.
We're kind of stepping into a dark room. We have assumed responsibility for the dark room without understanding all its traps and pitfalls.
Military operations always have unintended consequences, and this one promises to be no different. David Martin, CBS News, The Pentagon.